and we danced, and we cried, and we laughed, and had a really, really, really good time. Take my hand, let's have a blast, and remember this moment for...
Ho, daughter, are you up?
Who is it that calls? It is my lady mother. Is she not down so late or up so early? What unaccustomed cause prepares her hither?
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death? Wilt thou not wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live. Therefore have done. Some grief shows much of want, but much of grief still shows want of weight.
Yet let me weep for such a feeling loss.
So you shall feel the loss, but not the friend, for which you weep?
Feeling so lost, I cannot choose but ever weep the friend.
Well, girl, thou weepest not so much for his death, but as the villain lives which slain him.
What villain, madam?
Why, that same villain Romeo.
Villain, and he may be many miles asunder. God pardon him, I do with all my heart. And yet no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because a traitor murderer lives.
I, madam, from the reach of these my hands, would none but I might venge my cousin's death.
Fear thou not, we will have vengeance for it. Then weep no more. I'll send one into Montana, where that same banished rum-tag doth live, shall give him such an unaccustomed dram, that he shall soon keep Tybalt company. And then I hope thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him dead, and my poor heart so for a kinsman vexed. Madam, if you could find out but a man to bear a poison, I would temper it, that Romeo should, upon receipt thereof, soon sleep in quiet. Oh, how my heart abhors to hear him named and cannot come to him. To wreak the love I bore my cousin Tybalt upon his body that hath slaughtered him.
Find thou means, and I'll find thou such a man. But now I tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they? I beseech your ladyship.
Well, thou hast a careful father, one who, to put thee from thy heavens, has sorted out such a sudden day of joy that thou expects nor not I look for.
Madam, in happy time, what day is that?
Married, my child, early next Thursday morn, to the Gilead young and noble gentleman, the Count Paris at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee there a joyful bride.
Now by St. Peter's Church, and Peter too, he shall not make there a joyful bride. I wonder at this haste that I must wed, ere that he should be husband comes to woo. I pray you tell my lord and father, madam, I will not marry yet, and when I do, I swear, it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate, rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself, and see how it will take it at his hands. For exile hath more terror in his blood.
When the sun sets, there doth drizzle dew. But for the sunset of my brother's son, it rains downright. How now, a conduct girl, what still in tears, evermore showering in one little body. The counterfeit, a bark, a sea, a wind, for thy eyes, which I may call the sea, do ebb and flow with tears. The body, thy body is, sailing in this salt flood, the winds, thy sighs, whose raging with thy tears, and I with them, without a sudden calm, will overset thy tempest-tossed body. How now, wife? Have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will none. She gives me thanks. I would the fool would marry to her grave.
Soft, take me with you, wife. How, will she not? Doth she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Doth her count her blessed? Unworthy as she is, we have our wrought. So worthy a gentleman to her bridegroom.
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful even of hate that is meant love.
How? Chop logic. What is this? Proud, and I thank you, and I thank you, yet not, and yet not proud. Mistress, minion you. Thank me, no thankless. Poor proud, no proud. But feudal your fine joints against Thursday next. To go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag thee on a hurdle thither. Out, you green sickness, carry on. Out, you baggage, you towel face.
Fine, fine. What? Are you mad?
Good Father, I beseech you at my knees. Hear me with patience, but speak a word.
Hang thee, young baggage, disobedient wretch. I tell thee what, get thee at church to Thursday, or never look at me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me. My fingers itch. Wife, we scarce thought us blessed, that God has lent us but this only child. But now I see this one is too much, and that we have a curse in having her. Out on her, hiddling.
God in heaven bless her. You are to blame, my lord, to rate her so.
And why, my lady wisdom? Hold your tongue. Good prudence, smatter with your gossips go.
I speak no treason.
Oh, Goddy Godden.
May not one speak?
Peace, you mumbling fool. Utter your gravity over a gossip bowl, for here we need it not.
You are too hot.
God's bread, it makes me mad. Day, night, late, early, at home, abroad, alone, in company, waking or sleeping, still my care hath been to have her matched, and having now provided. A gentleman of princely parentage, of fair dimensions, youthful and noble train, stuffed, as they say, with honorable parts, proportion as one's thought, would wish a man, and then to have wretch pulling full. A whining mufflet in her fourth tender, to answer, I will not wed, I cannot love. I am too young, I pray you pardon, but and you will not wed, I pardon you. Graze where you will, you shall not house with me. Look to, think on, I do not use it to jest. Thursday is near, lay it on heart, advise, and you be mine, I'll give you my friend. For by my soul I'll never acknowledge thee, nor what is mine shall never be good thee. Trust to, bethink, I will not be sworn, forsworn.
Is there no pity sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my grief? Oh, sweet my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week, or if you do not, make the bridal bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee.
O God, O nurse, how shall this be prevented? My husband is on earth, my faith in heaven. How shall that faith return again to earth? By leaving, unless that husband send it me from heaven. By leaving earth, comfort me, counsel me. Alack, alack, that heaven should practice stratagems upon so soft a subject as myself. What sayest thou? Hast thou not a word of joy? Some comfort, nurse.
Faith, here it is. Romeo is banished in all the world to nothing, that he dares ne'er come back to challenge you. Or if he do, it needs be by my stealth. Then, since the case so stands as now it doth, I think it best you married with the county. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a discraft to him. An eagle, madam, hath not so green, so quick, so fair an eye as Paris hath, but through my very heart. I think you are happy in the second match, for it excels your first. Or if it did not, your first is dead. Or 'twere as good he were, as living here, and you no use of him.
Speakest thou this from my heart?
And from my soul too, else be through them both.
Amen.
What?
Well, thou hast comforted me marvelous much. Go in and tell my lady I am gone, having displeased my father to Lawrence cell, to make confession and to be absolved.
Mary, I will, and this is wisely done.
Ancient damnation, O most wicked fiend, is it more sin to wish me thus forsworn, or to dispraise my Lord with that same tongue which she hath praised him with above compare so many thousand times? Go, counselor, thou and my bosom henceforth shall be twain. I'll to the friar to know him remedy. If all else fail, myself have power to die.